It is a very good afternoon to Mr. Engelbert Humperdinck. Welcome to New Zealand.
Thank you. Nice to be here, Danny.
Look, you must be a bit tired after the big flight.
Just a little bit, but I'm okay. I'm okay.
We're a long way from anywhere, aren't we?
It's okay.
Now, look, that music there, you wouldn't have heard it because you were travelling across the city this afternoon, but we're talking a little bit about high school balls, and I've just got to tell you that at the high school dance, when I was a young fella, I had a mate, he was a Jones, not the Jones that you know or may have been a contemporary of, but Trev Jones, sang and knew every song you had, and they were the clinchers. They were the ones where you got real close.
Yeah.
And hearing that just took me back to another place. It was very cool.
My God.
Very
You sure
cool.
it wasn't Tom?
No. Wait, this is all about you this afternoon. Actually, just on there, I mean, what's it like when you for generations, literally, you've got these two men that have got great talents and big voices. What's it like when you guys meet?
Well, I haven't met him in about 25 years, so I don't know what he looks like now, to tell you the truth. I think he's gone grey.
He doesn't look as good as you. You're in great shape.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I feel good. I feel good.
You're in great shape. I'm just going to squeeze that microphone a little bit closer to you.
Okay. All right. No problem.
You sit back. You make yourself really comfortable. Now, huge string of hits. I'm not going to go through them all because New Zealanders know them all. There's one hit here in New Zealand which you'll be very, very aware of. It's our kind of pseudonym. It's our national anthem. I have never been to a party in New Zealand in my entire life where this song hasn't been sung. And that's 10 Guitars. I mean, where did that come from?
Well, my first manager, Gordon Mills, was the one that wrote that particular song, and he was very clever because he put it on the first big hit that I ever had, which was Release Me, which stopped the Beatles from going to number one with their 13th number one. And it was like a double A side for me because it was a good song. And then, of course, over here in New Zealand, it became a monster, and I'm just very thrilled and proud and happy to be associated with it.
I'm going to come back to the Beatles in just a moment because not many people get to nudge those off the charts, especially then. But look, I've got a caller here. We're going to take a few calls while you're here. You happy with that? G'day, Mikey.
Hey, Danny. Hey, kia ora, and welcome to New Zealand, Engelbert. Thank you for the music, and I've got some very fond memories, like Danny said, of 10 Guitars and growing up, still to this day, the last 47 years, and my dad pulling out the guitar at parties, birthdays, weddings, funerals, on planes, buses and trains, and singing 10 Guitars. And Engelbert, I went to a 70th last year in Australia, and he made me take the special guitar across the Tasman with me on the plane so that he could play and sing that song at his 70th.
It's big. It's big.
And Danny, if you Google 10 Guitars, it comes up under New Zealand folk songs, and apparently it was a classic song in the 1960s for Māori to do with the transition from the bush to the big smoke.
Absolutely, mate. I'm serious about this. There is not a family, a whānau in New Zealand that doesn't know this song. And it's been adjusted. It's now hula to your 10 Guitars. It's got everything else that you could ever think of added into it.
It's amazing. I mean, I sang it here at a very big outdoor place, and I couldn't believe the little kids. The little kids, but man, little kids singing it. And they know me, It was just unbelievable.
Now, look, I just want to get back to the Beatles. I mean, the Beatles, larger than life, huge worldwide phenomenon. What was it like to give them a nudge off the charts and hold them back?
The song was so phenomenal because it had every quality in it to become a big hit, and I never realized at that particular time that it was going to stop I'm a big fan of the Beatles, to stop them from having their 13th number one. And then this song just spread around the world. Release Me was number one in 11 countries around the world. It was just the biggest thing. It was in the Guinness Book of Records, and to be associated in that direction with the Beatles and Guinness Book of Records, I felt, I think I'm here.
I've arrived. Well, just on that, you hear the stories of people who have a big hit, and then their life implodes. There's the drug, sex, rock and roll, the start, and the whole cliche. What kept you sane? Because you 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, we're in a new century. What What's kept you going?
I love it. I love what I do. It's a very creative business, and I'm involved with every part of my business. I'm involved with the writing of the songs. I'm involved with the arrangements. I enjoy being at the studio and at the theater and making sure the sound is right for my audience. I'm involved with the lighting. I want the lighting to be correct for each particular song. And I'm involved. I like it. I like it very much. I'm very much a hands-on person as well as the performer.
Can I be really naughty? Really naughty? I mean, you're a hands-on person, or do you just really like to have control to make sure it all works?
In a way, yes. I like to say, that I have my finger on every pie.
Well, you are the consummate professional. I mean, a fabulous talent. I want to come back after this break. I want to talk to you about family. It is 2:19. Engelbert Humperdinck in the studio with us. Now, look, Engelbert, family. I've got a photograph here somewhere amongst all this blurb and stuff of a very large family. How important is family to you?
Family, I guess. My father had 10 children, seven girls and 3 boys, and everybody thought he was Russian, but he was just taking his time. But he had a big family.
Very happy man.
I never followed in his footsteps because I only have 4. I have 3 boys and a girl, and one of my sons, Scott, he manages me. He lives in Sydney, Australia. I have a daughter who's a songwriter, lives in Nashville, Tennessee. I have my son, another son lives in Las Vegas, and another son lives in Los Angeles with me.
Wow. They've all pretty much gone into the music field.
Well, they more or less. My youngest son is involved with the film setups and things like that.
Awesome. Now, look, I'm getting a little hint of your accent there, and you must have travelled an awful amount.
Yeah, I've lost my accent a little bit.
So it's quiet. It's there.
But I come from Leicester, and when you come from Leicester, the real Leicester people have a beautiful accent. They really have really nice. Come here. What's up with you? Get off your diddles. Smack you on the bloody ear.
So how's the Kiwi accent to you?
Well, if you slow down a little bit, I'm okay. But I personally love accents. I really do. I think that shows that people are creating their own way of speaking, and this is something I love.
Well, my daddy was a Scouser, right? A bit like the Beatles, and I used to talk a bit like that. Always strange all over the place. I mean, do you recognise that lot?
I do lot.
Now, look, coming back to your family, 10 of yous.
Yeah, 10.
10. Were you singers? Were you? Did your singing just come out of nowhere, or was your family into music?
My mum was like an operatic singer. She not professionally, but in her private life, and she played the violin. And I think I got my power of her voice, from her, and I got the strength that I have, and then I've been able to endure this business for 46 years now, and from my father. He's a wonderful man, a military man. And
is that where you get your discipline from? Is that where you get that stickability from?
I think so. My dad was very Victorian in his ways. He laid down the law, and you didn't say no to him ever. And I loved him for that.
Was he your size? Because you're a big man.
Yes, he was not. I was a little taller than him. I'm a little tall. As a matter of fact, out of the 10 children, I am the tallest. I was 6'1.5", and that's when I went in the service. I might have dropped an inch or 2, but I'm still up there.
You're a big performer, a big star. In fact, you're still so. I mean, I've just got this here for you. This is some friends want an autograph. If you could just sign that, just being naughty and cheeky, you just sign that off for us.
Okay,
just right there. And I believe some of our colleagues are out there and they want photographs and things. Yeah. So you're going to get a little bit of a mob out there.
I'll be happy to do it.
So.